Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how all the amazing things we use every day are actually made in these super smart, modern factories. Let's jump right in. So, you ever just, pick up your favorite toy, or maybe a brand new video game console, and think to yourself, how did they do this? How did this go from just being an idea in someone's head to a real thing I can hold? Well, you're gonna love this. It's not magic, but it is pretty amazing. The secret is actually a whole team of super smart computer systems all working together. Think of it like a championship sports team where every single player has a super important job. So you ready? Let's go meet the starting lineup. All right, so every great product has to start somewhere, right? It all begins with that one big idea. This is where the whole journey kicks off, by creating the official blueprint for our new invention. First up on the team, we have the inventor. This system is called PLM, which is short for Product Lifecycle Management. Now think of PLM as the team's official digital notebook. It's where the very first drawings, the cool 3D designs, and all the brilliant ideas for a product get created and, really importantly, kept safe. Now, inside that digital notebook, the inventor creates something called a BOM. That stands for Bill of Materials. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is as the product's official recipe. It's a list of every single part, every little screw, wire, and piece of plastic needed to build it. Just like a recipe for a cake. Okay, so we've got our big idea and we've got our recipe. What's next? Well, now it's time to make the master plan for the entire company, making sure everyone is ready to go for this big project. So, let's meet the head coach of our team. This is a system called ERP, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. The head coach takes a look at that recipe from the inventor and creates the master game plan. It figures out all the big stuff, like how much money we're going to need, how many people have to work on it, and what the main goals are for the whole company. And of course, every great team needs a fantastic logistics manager. That job goes to SCM, or Supply Chain Management. Now this system is in charge of everything that happens outside the factory walls. It looks at our recipe, orders all the parts we need from other places, and then, once the product is built, it plans the best way to get it delivered right to your front door. So, to put it simply, here's how they work together. The head coach, ERP, plans for everything that happens inside the company. The money, the people, the big production goals. And at the same time, the logistics manager, SCM, handles everything happening outside the company, like ordering the ingredients and shipping out the final cake. All right, the planning is done, all the parts are on their way, and now it's time for the really exciting part. Let's head down to the factory floor and actually start building this thing. Running the entire show down on the factory floor is the factory director. This system is called MES, and that stands for Manufacturing Execution System. You see, the MES is the bridge between the big plan and the actual work. It takes that game plan from the head coach and turns it into super detailed, step-by-step instructions for all the workers and robots. So here's how the team on the floor works together. You've got the factory director, MES, giving out the daily orders. Then you have the robot worker, PLC, doing all the heavy lifting. And watching everything is the scorekeeper, POP, who records what happens. Let's take a closer look at that robot and scorekeeper. Say hello to probably the hardest worker on the team, the PLC. That stands for Programmable Logic Controller. This little guy is literally the brain of the machines. It's a special, tough computer that gets orders and then tells the giant robot arms and conveyor belts exactly how to move, when to pass the part to the next station. It's amazing to watch. And we can't forget the team's official scorekeeper. This is a system called POP, or Point of Production. I love this analogy. It's like the factory's own diary. The human workers on the floor use a screen to tell the system when they start a job, when they finish it, and exactly how many perfect items they made. That information is absolutely crucial for keeping the whole team in sync. So, building things fast is pretty cool. But you know what's even better? Building them perfectly. That's why our team has a super important member whose only job is to check for perfection. Let's meet the quality inspector. This system's name is QMS, for Quality Management System. Now, this team member is a total specialist. It doesn't build a single thing. Its one and only job is to check everyone else's work to make sure every single product that leaves the factory is absolutely perfect. The quality inspector is basically a superhero with supervision. Seriously. It uses these really high-tech cameras and smart sensors to scan every product.
It can spot tiny, tiny little mistakes, like a scratch you couldn't even see, that a human eye would totally miss. It's all about making sure only flawless products get through.
So our product has been designed, planned, built, and checked for quality. It's looking perfect. Now it's time to finish the journey and get this thing ready to send out into the world. Okay, now check out how the team talks to each other. As soon as the work is done, the factory director on the floor, the MES, sends a full report back up to the head coach, the ERP. It basically says, "Hey coach, mission accomplished. We built everything you asked for." And just like that, the company's master plan is updated in real time. And as soon as that message goes through, the logistics manager, SEM, gets the signal to jump back into action. It's go time. It now plans the fastest, safest, and cheapest trip for that finished product, from the factory onto a truck or a plane, and all the way to a store near you, or maybe even right to your house. So let's do a super quick recap of the whole journey. It all starts with an idea in the inventor's notebook, that's PLM. Then the head coach makes a plan, that's ERP. The factory director and robot workers build it, that's MES and PLC. The quality inspector checks it, that's QMS. And finally, the logistics manager delivers it to you, that's SCM. What an incredible team, right? But you know, the most important thing to remember is that none of these systems works alone. Not a single one. They are constantly talking to each other, sharing information back and forth every single second of the day. It's that perfect teamwork that makes a smart factory so fast and so good at what it does. You know, there's a great way to think about all this. The smart factory is like an orchestra. Each system is a different instrument, but when they play together, they create a perfect symphony. I love that. Each player has its own special part, but the real magic, the beautiful music, only happens when they all play together in perfect harmony. From the phone in your pocket, to the car in your driveway, to the toys you play with, this incredible team of systems is working behind the scenes, turning brilliant ideas into real things. It really makes you stop and wonder, doesn't it? What amazing things will this factory team build for us next?